I was in Field and Stream, a cover.
Me and goes, Donna, hi, hi. I was like,
But
Can you let us in? And we're like, oh my God, it's Julia Roberts.
Yeah.
Hey there, I'm Joan Van Ark.
and I'm Michele Lee.
and I'm Donna Mills, and we're not done
Not
yet.
done yet.
Yeah.
That's us, that's for sure. And girls, I don't know if you know about this or if you've seen it, but I had my dream of life come true. I'm in Vogue magazine.
Oh, big deal.
Oh, shut up.
So
Yeah.
where can they see it and when can they see it?
Well,
Or is
it's
it?
in this month. It's in October. It's online. A beautiful story. Chris Rice wrote the article, and he's just a wonderful writer. And he came and interviewed me, and it was lovely and wonderful. The pictures that they use are divine.
How
And
many
I'm just
pictures?
thrilled because I've always wanted to be in Vogue magazine, and it never happened. All the other things that have happened in my career, I never got to be in Vogue magazine. So I am over the moon and
I love
thrilled. And
Well,
I
that's it.
what?
Congratulations, and I love it.
Okay, now, but this is a happy birthday early for La Mills,
Yeah,
for the Abster. So what a gorgeous gift
yeah.
for a gorgeous girl.
It was really lovely. I couldn't be more thrilled. I mean, it's like I said, a dream come true.
I
Well, I
know when those things come
tell
true.
you girls something. Wait, I actually have, for all of you to see, it's a surprise. I was on a cover, as Miss Mills was. I was on the cover of an incredible magazine, and hopefully you'll see it now. It was one of those, if I can sew, you can sew ads in the 60s.
Cute.
Laughing.
Well,
I
I was in Field and Stream,
didn't.
a cover, lots of trout. I mean, and in my home state of Colorado. So I'm very, very proud of that. And I will have it framed. And next Zoom, we will,
But
or any time a get together.
I
Yes.
don't want to mislead people. Oh, I'm not on the cover of Vogue. It's an
Oh,
article inside. I'm not on the
it's
cover.
it's the online, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Yes. Good
Oh,
enough.
Yeah,
Even maybe better.
I'm
cut
thrilled.
that one out. She's always on everything. And people want to see this beautiful woman. It's true. And I'm still, no matter what, so happy for you. It is a dream come true.
Thank you. Yeah, it really is. Well, Michelle, you and I could talk about where we were on Sunday.
Oh, please, please.
Where?
We went to a screening of Jay Kelly, new movie.
Unbelievable movie.
It's what?
Jay Kelly
Yeah,
with the most incredible cast, and the star is George Clooney. And no matter what he does, he's always beyond brilliant. But the
Amen.
oh,
three stars, other than Mr. Clooney, were, I mean, we're talking about awards for all of them. The movie also, every single
yeah,
department
was wonderful.
had it superior.
Yeah,
When
It-
people see the opening scene, it's jaw dropping.
yeah. It's Adam Sandler, Billy
Right.
Crudup. Billy Crudup does one of the best scenes I've ever seen on film.
Me too.
Sh-
And he only worked 2 days on
Yeah,
the whole film. And he brings, we're not going to tell him what he does, but
no,
the scene that she's talking about, it is one take. And you see him do, right, everything in this one take. And oh gosh,
it's
that's all.
amazing.
It
And
seems like it. Oh,
my
sorry.
friend Laura Dern is in it too. I just wanted to mention Laura.
And
She's
always
wonderful
brilliant.
as usual, you know.
Okay, there she is
Yeah.
teasing him. Okay.
Okay,
But that's a home run
Yeah.
project. That's a
And
home run.
I was absolutely thrilled because we were sitting in the first row and I'd met George a long time ago and I didn't think he'd remember me. So after the screening, they come out and they have a chat and they talk and everything like that. And he comes and sits down in his chair and sees me and goes, Donna, hi, hi. I was like,
But
you remembered
I
me.
slept with him.
You what?
I slept with him. I'm lying.
I'm like,
Okay, no, I didn't say the whole thing. I met him about 25 years ago and he came up to me the same time. I think he came up to Donna and he remembered, I'm not going to tell you what he said, but he remembered when we met 25 years before. And what happened was amazing. This is another show, but I've known him for that. I've known him for that long.
Yeah.
Jack was at NBC with him because he started in the newsroom or something going on there. And his father, I believe, was an anchor. So
Yes,
it's in his blood for sure. But
Yeah.
he's pretty extraordinary.
it's time for us to introduce two incredibly and talented men that we begged to be on this show because Donna, you can say anything or I'll keep talking.
Oh, I love them both. I think Mark is one of the finest designers in the world, and he's done beautiful clothes for me. He's done beautiful clothes for you girls too. So,
Yes.
Absolutely. Well,
and
see,
just about every celebrity in Hollywood. So,
and one of the things I
um,
love about Zunino, I mean, yeah, all the A-listers, and not just the A-listers here, but we're talking about around the world, the elite around the world. They run to him. And part of the reason is that he's gorgeous, along with Renee, but he's got really something special, which has to do with a different kind of uh, designer
Class and
he
look.
is.
Class.
That's all I'm going to see. We
now,
could talk
are we going
about.
to let them talk at all?
No, I think I would like to talk about what he did for me. No, go ahead.
Hi, guys.
Hey, how's it
Hey,
going,
how's it
everybody?
going?
The one and only Mark
It's
Zunino and Renee Horsch, welcome aboard.
Yeah, it's so
How
good to
exciting!
see you.
One of the
Wonderful.
one of the reasons that I laud everything you do, Mark, is because there was a time, not anymore, but there was a time when there was an art to what they do. It wasn't just sewing this and let's just do that a little higher. There's an art, we talked about it once, about the passage of time and the art of design. And I know you wanted to be an architect, but going way back and studying costume from then
Yeah.
is amazing. He's got the whole school behind him.
Yeah, I mean, it's been an amazing um, career that I didn't plan on, but to aligning with everybody, aligning with people that are so talented, because initially it's who I learned from, Nolan, of course. But at
No,
that time,
Miller.
At the feet of a complete, the best you could have.
For those of you out there who don't know, Nolan Miller was his mentor, and he worked with him for years. And he was an incredible designer as well. So for those of you out there who might not know that, that's
yeah, he was the Hollywood designer,
Do
did
you?
work with everybody. And when I started with Nolan, when we both did, he was still working for like Betty Davis, Lana Turner, people like that. So when we worked with them, at that point, we were so new and so young. They told us what we were going to do and why. So we had a master's degree in legends and why they, were so dynamic, looked the way they did. And we were unknowingly able to absorb that and continue and pass that on to everybody else we've ever worked with.
It's the best schooling you could have ever had to be exposed to
yeah,
that and guidance
yeah,
from with that. I mean, and the best of the best and the divas all the major divas out there, times 10
Yeah.
was
Yeah.
your list of people.
What I didn't realize at that time. Oh yeah.
Look at that.
How about,
Okay.
do you
So
remember that? It was for the Lincoln
totally.
Center,
I was
what is it, fashion um, uh, thing that they did, and this is something that you made,
Yes. Yeah.
and it was such an event and such an amazing thing to be a part of.
I
And
sent
I,
some pictures in also of the red dress event because you did an outfit for me too,
yeah.
and it was so fun. I think they'll cut them in later. Oh,
That was
well,
you
there
with
it
George
is. There's
Bush.
George.
Yeah.
oh, there he is, indeed,
Yeah.
indeed.
Oh my God.
But I
Well,
mean, we've
it's
been
the who's who of Hollywood.
work with so many, and at that time, like having worked with starting with legends and Elizabeth Taylor, Sophia Loren, everybody over time is why other A-listers just came. Had we sought out to do this, it probably never would have happened. But whether it's Julia Roberts or Angelina Jolie or Beyonce, like everybody came because we were already at that level. And it is only continued to polish and educate us and help us do what we do, working with such dynamic women. And like all of you guys, like everybody has such an individual thumbprint on their look and on their style. And keeping that individuality is something that we've always prided ourselves at.
Well, that's the amazing thing about you, Mark. I mean, that's why the celebrities always feel comfortable in your clothes
Because
because
yeah, yeah.
they are built around the person, and that is so amazing. And it's so amazing to
She's
wear
frozen with
those kind of
fear.
clothes. I've worn so many
She's
gowns, and you've
frozen, but
made
us
actually
two
gowns
girls
for me.
cannot.
And it's really, it's very, very special.
Yeah, it's an
Look,
honor. It's an honor without a
and
doubt.
of you and everyone we've worked with, and specifically you guys, it would be for a specific event, whatever. Like you give us the parameters of what we were designing. It wasn't just here's the dress, I'll wear it.
Yeah.
It was I'm getting this award. It's going to be in this town. I'll be on the stage is going to look like this, or I'm going to the White House, or whatever it is.
I will
Um,
show them,
Yes.
and I know I went to the White House. I'm going to show you what this man did for me. And you could tell a little story about it because I know you have a little story about it. But just to mention Dynasty for a minute, which we haven't talked about, because when they first came to work with Nolan, it was during Dynasty. I'd say Dynasty's costumes were unlike anything because they had to be seen as royalty with detail that you would never see in uh, everything that they wore was a gem, pristine. Every single thing was looked at and after. And now this is what Mark does in everything he does. It's amazing. No one works like you.
Yeah.
yeah. Well, the wonderful thing was that, well, the amazing thing on Dynasty is pretty much there was no budget. It was kind of
No
open.
budget?
I mean, we were able to, it was real sable and cashmere. And even if it,
Chinchilla.
yeah, I mean, no matter what, it was all real, most luxurious, materials. But at that time, the internet was barely in its infancy. So television was what went global. And at that time, Dynasty epitomized
Yes.
American wealth,
Yes.
and world fascinated with American wealth. And at that time, like a show would air on, for Dynasty, the next week we'd get a call from Adnan Khashoggi in Saudi Arabia, and would be, my wife wants all the clothes that were just on the
Oh, what a way to shop. Whoa.
and
I'll take that one and maybe two of those.
exactly.
Something for my daughter to live
I
and working at
Though
home.
it was a show, women were absorbing the fashion and the look of what they were seeing globally.
And
Is
it's
that
really funny because Nolan would say that at one time the clothing, the clothing became a character, and that women were just basically tuning in to watch. I mean, of course, they had good storylines, but then Aaron got a little miffed because he was, getting a little jealous because the clothing was getting more attention than his written script. So it was kind of funny, that the clothing really just kind of took off.
course, we'd wait to see what people were wearing, much like Donna on Knots Landing. But we won't talk about her now. Only
No, forget it. Forget
I
it.
don't want
Don't
to.
give me any screen time. Come on.
No, but Dawn.
But for women, it was a time that they were, dynamic. They were, I mean, all those shows, you guys, Knots Landing, Dallas, Dynasty,
But
all.
that was pure glamour.
And if you remember at that time, Joan and like Linda Evans were doing commercials where it was, and I think it was Linda Evans, it was 40 isn't fatal. Because it was, and Joan, it was about being a powerful, 50-year-old woman. And they were fashion forward. And so it was a opened a new door for women that you all ran with. And I think it was part of the reason all those shows were so powerful.
Yeah, it really gave women the power. I mean, a lot of it had to do with the way they felt in the clothes,
And
they
the show
felt powerful.
But that's always true, if you're wearing something that you adore and that you paid attention and listened and put something together, they were individual and they were like a glove or a fingerprint that is the celebrity, the divas, it heightens the diva.
Because we learned, I think, this, like back when Nolan was working, doing things like with Elizabeth Taylor, Poker Alice, period pictures. But the detail, like it was all the underpinnings, that, petticoats, things nobody saw that you really didn't have to make. But when the producers would say, why are you fixating on all this? Because Nolan said when they put all that on under their costume, it affects the way they move, the way they walk.
Hello. So
Yeah.
true. So true.
And so we've learned that even through daywear that we do now, it's about the inner seaming of the, because like when you buy something off the rack, a lot of times the lining will be a little baggy. Well, not in custom clothing, because when everything fits, you feel different. There's a slimness to it, but there's a sleekness, a sophistication that I think women emote.
That attributes the person to who is wearing it. That's what's you cared about that and gave us more confidence. And you know what? Who couldn't use a little of that?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really interesting. When I studied acting way back when in New York, I studied with Win Handman, and he would say the first thing to do is go into the costume room and
Yeah.
find a costume.
Yeah.
That's the first thing you do to find your character, to recognize your character. Go into the costume room.
Well, and a good actor will do that and know it. We do work with some actors that have no clue. They think the wardrobe is not important.
Oh, it's everything. It's like a good perfume. I love a certain smell, well, pardon me on that, but something that fills you with confidence and makes you proud to stand out and say, "Here I am, take it or leave it." It's confidence, big important thing.
Yeah,
Someone said construction in something and you were just talking about it too, that when you would do anything, the word construction means something, so that you can make a woman with whatever's going on inside, which a lot of people don't know about.
That's
The
right, until they
magic
get
of
home.
what you construct inside that gown or this presentation, the fact that you can make a waist, no kidding, without having an operation. Waist looks so
No, and then with the private clients that we work with, what they don't understand is every woman has something she doesn't like about herself, her body, an insecurity. And this is like, even with Angelina Jolie, we made some clothes for her, and I know she wouldn't mind me saying this. She is sort of built very straight up and down. So even when she's running around town and you'll see a paparazzi shot of her in a t-shirt and jeans, we would make like a 3-inch grosgrain belt that's boned she would just wear always, that would pinch her waist in. So even though it's just a little, white cotton shirt kind of loosely tucked in her jeans, she had the appearance of a waist.
How
Do
much
you
of
have
my
any of those?
to me?
Yeah, I was just going to say, do you have any extras
Yeah.
hanging around in the stock room or whatever?
Working with who we've worked with in the corsets, because that is something that we learned from Nolan. It was integral in everything he did, because you could really sculpt the waist. But then working with like Barbara Streisand, Beyonce, everybody that we corseted, they had to be able to sing. So we learned they could expand their diaphragm and move when they would sing, and that translates into everyday women too. Most women aren't used to wearing a corset or having their waist pulled in. So they initially panic, and then they start breathing shallow until you realize you can take a deep breath. And, this is amazing. I didn't know it would feel this way or change my body, and it's a little addicting too. We get a lot of women that love.
I'm thinking of the exit too with an outfit and a gown. And if you don't, I think on the exit, if you've got a good tush, I think you let that fly, because it's a great statement as you're walking out and just tossing it off. I think I've gotten a couple parts just based on my not the reading so much, but it was the exit. Not
Tush?
anymore. Not anymore, though. However, I have a little cart that goes
Oh my
We're
that
God.
telling
follows.
secrets here. Just,
Yeah,
Yeah, I
just
love
so I,
that we're telling secrets. Renee, I have seen some of the things that you've done when you put people together, which is really to talk a little bit about what this man does. And
yeah.
the other day, actually, I was coming to their hi audience. I was coming to their place, okay, and to have a drink. And there I'm walking in, and there's Donna Mills, and she's in a red gown. And there's Renee saying, no, try this, put this on. I'm what in the world? The magic that you do when you find perfect things for people.
Yeah.
It's amazing. And
You
I
found,
don't want you,
Well,
Donna Mills, you never show that red dress.
it's going to be in a
accents.
magazine. So,
yes.
but Renee's style, I mean, he styled many things that I've done and shot and stuff like that. And he's amazing. I mean, absolutely amazing. Picks the jewelry, picks the
Everything.
accoutrement, everything. I mean, and
I'm
it's
always putting you in
art in
shoes you
itself.
never want to wear, right?
It's
The
what?
what?
Always putting you in shoes that you never want to wear,
Well,
right?
yeah,
Oh
let's talk
no,
about the shoe thing.
no.
Yeah. I
That's
always am
like the
like
base of the
Donna.
Christmas tree. It's
Oh,
the
Yeah.
base of the
Oh yeah,
Christmas,
yeah,
and
yeah.
really you have to bloom from there,
but
from
when
the
I
shoes.
walk into a place, a dinner or whatever, and I'm wearing these gorgeous heels, high heels, I walk in and inside I'm saying, oh my God, I cannot stand up. I can't stand up. You better take your pictures down, because as soon as I get to my table, I'm taking them off. Oh
Yeah.
my God. And I do it. I take them off. If I had slippers, I'd be wearing them.
So,
Yeah.
a little inside secret now that is something that's become more prevalent in today's world. On the red carpet, they put the lidocaine pads that you put on your
What?
for the numbing. They put the lidocaine pads in the bottom of the shoe, and then a lot of the girls the day before will Botox their feet. So,
Oh,
I
no,
want to hear about it. You have
oh.
to go more on this. Come on,
yeah,
start.
yeah,
Again, I want to hear Botox, not on my face, on
yeah.
their
I
feet.
want it on the bottom of my feet. Oh my
Yeah,
God.
tell us a little bit, just more.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, like with all the little straps, because a lot of the girls wear just that one single little strap across the toes.
Yeah.
Like it's deadly on a red carpet.
Well,
But they Botox their toes, and then they cut and do the lidocaine pad on the bottom, and their feet are just numb and
oh
wonderful.
my God. As long as the brain doesn't go that way, just have
Yes.
to keep
Oh
it.
my
I
God,
wish I'd have known about this.
Yeah. Yeah. This is,
Sandy.
I've spent some painful nights.
and some painful paychecks to get
Yeah,
shoes sometimes are more than the gown. I mean,
yeah.
Yeah.
And to
there's,
I don't know, the suffering the days after the event, like you guys, your feet must have to live in an ice bath or something.
well, they go numb after, I mean, just plain numb.
Well,
Uh,
mine never
Yeah.
did. Mine were always painful. It always hurt.
Yeah.
As
Yeah.
I've gotten older, I've said, I can't do it anymore. It makes your legs look good,
Yeah.
everything.
It's
Yeah.
the wow
I
effect.
remember one time I did a photo shoot with you, Donna, and I got her these amazing Christian Louboutins that must have been about like 5.5, 6 inches in height. Crazy high. And Donna said, okay, I'll put them on, but I'm going to be sitting in a chair. I can't stand in these. So, okay, we did this amazing photo. Do you remember that? You're
Yes.
that
Oh
black
my
taco,
gosh.
dark
And
black
what
taco
people
dress.
don't realize is as you're getting older, because you've been wearing heels for so many years beyond, that your foot develops different shapes. Okay.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
when you think of the Chinese or whoever actually make their feet by binding them much smaller.
Yes.
Is it the Chinese? I
Yeah.
think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's what happens to us. And
Yeah.
then
But
I
you know
don't
what's
have them, thank God. There's bunions and so now you try to look pretty and get your foot into and push the bunion aside.
but it's also amazing too, like just so many women that we work with end up having foot surgery to rectify everything so they can keep going with
Yeah.
their, and
Really?
we have a lot of clients and they will do both feet at the same time because of the pain and they're out, but then we see the after of their feet.
Yeah.
But you have to want to go through major surgery and all the pain.
Okay. Well, what do you like or dislike the current uh it's sort of dressed down and much it's not bling and gorgeous and glamorous as much. What are your thoughts, if any? Uh
You know, it's weird because I think we were just talking about this. The pendulum has swung in that um, going from like a Dynasty, whatever, back in the day, and then you went through grunge and heroin chic and all that stuff. And now um, families like the Kardashians have really put excess. And so, depending on like a lot of the young girls we dress, like 20, between 20 and 30, are obsessed with that culture. They're obsessed with excess. They're obsessed with all of that. The weird thing is, spanning, 4 decades like we have, there was a time when bust augmentation, implants, all that was a big thing. And girls still do that, but it was and then you go through the years, they do it, and then it goes through the reduction. Then they want their bust smaller, smaller, smaller because it looks younger. Now we've gone through all the butt implants, and
Now
so
they're
and now they're starting to come out,
yeah.
deflating. But we see these girls without clothes, and the
Shocking.
skin, it's shocking to
Yeah.
see it's one thing to reduce the skin on a bust when you're going smaller, but on your rear end, what do you do with all that skin? Because those incisions show.
Yeah.
It's a whole, and it's something that a lot of young girls don't realize. You're going to get to a point you want these out.
Yeah.
You're going to need to reduce this. You're going to have
yeah.
all stretch skin and what? What do
Yeah.
you
Oh my God.
Yeah. Yeah. To
Oh,
fix it.
oh, that
To
sounds horrible.
Yeah,
It's like
Giving up.
Frankenstein. It is. It's really bad. Yeah.
it's crazy.
Well, as long as it'll get you the job as you're leaving the room, it's
Yeah,
okay. But once that stops and you don't get called back,
it's starting to, the pendulum swinging the other way. And then going back to fashion too, our big thing with women is develop your own personal style. And
amen.
you,
Amen.
and you don't follow trend and like all this. And once you start developing and have your own personal style, it's a look, and then you decide what is your trend, what is your classic, what is your, and there is a confidence in that once you realize
Yeah.
no
Your
matter what
brand.
set of jacket, I always get compliments. That is your classic. That works for you. Or a certain, leg and pant. Like now the pant legs are getting really wide again. Well, a lot of women don't look good in a real wide pant leg.
Yeah.
And they look good in the slimmer boot cut and the great thing is fashion moves so quickly now that pretty much anything goes. So that's why we're really into develop your own personal style.
Because everybody's got a different body shape. So
So you think it's varied now and less a fad, let's say, a look.
I mean, even celebrity wise, you look in magazines, you'll see somebody in crazy wide bell bottoms or still,
Oh
you know,
yeah.
skinny leggings or like anything. You really can
It's
wear
true.
anything.
Yeah.
Again, it's just putting it all together, really having a look from head to toe. Doesn't mean you have to be overdone or overdressed, just well done and just thought out.
I
So,
have to bring up the White House for a second.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Because what was made for me, and you guys will see it in a minute, what was made for me was so exquisite. And the time it took to make this garment, I can't even imagine. But before you tell any story, I know you, Renee, said you had a story, but I show the audience now the work that this man did. Mark, this is Mark's work when I was meeting with the
Oh, yeah.
president.
just a little black dress.
Just a
Yeah,
little
right.
black dress. Now, what you see there is,
Yeah.
see, it goes right down to my behind.
And it was amazing.
Looking
That
at this dress from behind, it has its own design. And
Well,
of course, it goes over her shoulder and down to wherever it goes down to. But people were shocked. They loved it
because
so much.
we did it. It was a dragon. It was a hand beaded dragon.
Right.
And the pattern was drawn. Every time we make a gown, the workroom pads a dress form exactly to the measurements of the person we're working with. So we have their body in the workroom. When that was done and we had the dress, then I take a pattern, the paper, and I make the pattern on your body. So
Oh, I love it. Do it
But
again.
see, that's the big step that makes all the
Yeah.
difference in the world.
yeah, everything hits the right place. And that was a dragon. It was a big textured dragon that
Here's
wrapped
a
around.
front
body.
view. Is this the one? Let me see. I think this is. Is this the dress?
Yeah. That,
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
because it was
It was
over
hard
yeah.
for me to see.
Oh, yeah.
but then it wrapped
And
around.
also, she has a little leg showing.
You
So
got to
you
do
see this
that.
very feminine kind of
The
thing
leg.
going on.
I have a prayer I do if I'm heading toward a red carpet. Classy, sexy, a star is like, okay, that'll cover it. That'll take care of it.
And when you do something that's right, we did that dress for Michele, and while it was in the workroom, we had somebody else come in, see the dress, was like,
Okay, you can't name names.
You
Oh,
tested it on
don't say
another.
it yet. But can you say it? Think about it. Can you say the name of this person or no?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. It's
Well,
our
go
girlfriend, Joan
to it.
Collins. Yeah, Joan Collins. She came into the workroom, saw your dress on the figure, and she was flipped out and said, I need to have that gown, right?
And we called Michele. Michelle's like, it's okay. I wore it first. It was mine.
You're the
I know you
trendsetter.
changed the design a little bit for Joan
We did.
because
We
you
did
can't make
the-
it exactly the same.
the dragon,
I
like
just
all
love
that's
these.
different.
I just love these. I think, and I've got to get you to sign it, Mark, because it's I want to frame it, of course, but I don't know if you can
It
even
totally
see.
the one the black and red
Yes.
that was then that jacket
Ended up on
Jane Fonda. Like Jane
I
Fonda.
thought, yes, I remember you told me something about this and that they wanted this, and I just thought, what does the New York Lincoln Center effort? Is that a great? Do you enjoy that? Is it something
I
that
do.
they take good?
All of that stuff is fun, and then what is really fun for me is, we're like, when the second Michele goes to the White House, and I'd be like, how did it go? How was the event?
Yeah.
And it was like,
what did
you guys
feel?
I love seeing how you look when you like in the that event with all the red gowns that we do to kick off Fashion Week. When you guys hit that red carpet, that stage, and I hear the audience like, oh, like all of that is amazing.
It's electrifying.
And the picture you had shown of Donna when you were George Clooney, because I remember it was a red simple strapless gown and then that big opera coat. And when we put it on Donna, first she was like, oh, you don't think this is too much? And we're like, no, it's okay. We said, it's simple. You just have this little red dress on and then that coat. And then Donna was like, I walked in, George Clooney saw me and it over. Oh,
Oh,
Yeah,
and George,
I love that dress. I mean, I love having something like that coat to work with too.
yeah,
Yeah.
it changes your walk,
Yeah. You did another dress for me, Mark, that I wore to the daytime Emmy Awards, and I think they'll show the picture. It's a white dress with cutouts on the
Oh yes.
sides and that, and the cutouts are really strategic.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, it
but that's the
just goes
fun.
just in the right places and down the back, just to the right place. I mean, that dress was killer.
Yeah. No. I mean, it's been, like all of this, doing all this stuff with you guys, it's amazing. And even like a dress like that, because the cutouts were low. And it's like, oh my gosh, are my, little underpants going to show? No, because you can't wear them,
Right? You have no underpants. Mm-mm.
Yeah. Yeah, no. And for Joan, when we did that red outfit, it was pants, but it had a cutout, like a big train that was attached to the back of the pant. And
Oh,
that's where, I was like, because you've got to walk down that runway and turn around and come back. And she was like, I can do it. Don't worry, I can do it.
Oh yeah.
And
Yeah,
Joan
you did something
did.
like that for me too for the red dress event. The
She
red
was,
dress event, remember that in
Yeah,
yeah.
New York? It was really, really fun.
but
You know,
that's
and
what makes it very, very special.
Well, and with events like that too, that's where I know the competition, and I know, you know, you need to make your mark when you hit that. Everyone needs to talk about you, and you need to look different. And with Joan, when we did the all that red crocodile on the front of that jacket was amazing.
Yeah.
That was all the crocodile down the front, and because even my workroom was like, do you know how many sewing machine needles were breaking trying to make
Oh
this?
my God. Oh, all right. But
Yeah,
you
and
got everything right. So,
people need high armholes because they move their arms a lot. Others don't. They want it, and it's just different things that those girls know. And then too, you know, I'm only as good as they are. I can think of it, put it on paper, but then they have to create it. And it's always seems easy. It is not easy. I
no,
don't
it's not.
work with
No, it's
my
like doing a scene over and over. Some days it's going to be great, or nights in the theater, whatever it is. And it flies and it sails. And then you have to work a little harder and push for it. But you certainly have the chops. And
And a lot of the actresses we've worked with have always said wardrobe very important and lighting.
Oh yeah.
oh, my Lord, lighting.
And you
Yes.
ladies all know about the lighting.
Here I am. Yeah, here I
I've
am
worked
in
a
a
lot,
house that has
like,
nothing but windows, high windows, and it looks like I better go get some I don't know, helpers to take all that away.
I'm the one who has taught everybody how to use their flash on their
I
phone.
beg
you
your
taught me how
pardon.
to do that.
explain
Yeah.
it. I couldn't talk because I couldn't see anything. That's
Oh,
all I want to say. But this,
You always know with Michelle if she's
That
not
she's going
talking, it's because she can't.
to.
You're back. You're
even
back.
except that one.
Hey, but going back to the story real quick, when the gown that was Michelle's gown, that Joan Collins ended up getting one as well, similar. Then Joan Collins was at the Vanity Fair Oscar party, and Lady Gaga came up to her and raved about that dress. So that dress has really got
she was
such
like, I have
great
to have
attention.
that dress.
Yeah,
It doesn't get better than that.
Right.
Yeah.
So,
Everybody went gaga.
Yeah. What's
everybody
really
went Gaga.
amazing is to go to Mark's studio and go in and see the what do you call those?
Oh, all
Dress
the
form.
dress forms?
The dress form. Yeah, the dress form with the
Oh, the
different
model,
names on it.
the model.
Beyonce, Jennifer Lopez. I mean, it's like being at a big event.
Yeah,
There they
VIP,
are.
VIP.
For the photos.
Oh yeah, yeah. I'll send you the photo
We
of
have a
all.
photo of all the dress forms lined up where you can just see from apples to oranges of everybody.
And the great thing about those dress forms is that a lot of them have backstories that they've been repurposed. So something that was Sid Charisse or Lana Turner's figure, they're no longer with us, but we have their figures. So now they've morphed into
Selena
Gomez or yeah.
Oh wow.
I love it. That's fantastic. Well, the who's who have
Yeah.
been through your doors,
It just keeps
and
going.
Yeah.
It's
Very,
What
very.
about stories about some of the women, nice stories about some of the women we all would know? Do you do you have any, or can you show any of the things that you might have on different women?
Oh
who
yeah.
everybody knows, who and
Yeah.
who I do a lot for, Sherry Lansing,
Ah,
the only head of female head of a studio, and I do a lot of day clothes for her, but I've also done when she was received her Oscar,
Yeah. Let
we
me
did
pull that
that.
up.
But like who, like
Oh,
even
this was a big moment. Your
oh
Mark
yeah.
Mark did, Britney Spears when she had her comeback in 2016 for the Billboard Music
put a
Awards.
little higher.
Higher, can you see
Yeah.
that?
Yeah.
Okay.
That looking good?
Wow.
And he made that jeweled bikini. Also,
Well, I
Mark,
did. Yeah, and it had a short little double-breasted coat and a top hat, and then she would undress. But they had called me to do it, and she was coming out of a really dark period, and I had said no because the last time I had seen her, she didn't look very good, and I thought this isn't going to be good for anybody. And then they said, no, you need to see her, and that was a huge, huge splash that she made, which was something we really didn't know. Her body was insane. How she got her body back together, insane.
and there we go. That's Sherry Lansing. You
Yeah.
guys,
Oh,
Oh,
I love
I
her.
love that.
Yeah.
Let's
She's
see
Mark
here.
and Sheila
Got
Rap,
the
and that's the
microphone.
Sheila Rap show that you had on at the White House.
I saw, yes, I did. And I didn't get it, but I have that. And maybe if Dina's listening, she could put it up. Yeah, I did that with one of your dresses, cut, I think it was on the bias, and another leg picture because we all know Michelle have leg.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
yes, indeed.
I had this, I don't
Funny.
ask why, but I have this on my desk.
Mama's got legs. Oh
Yeah.
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 What event was that, Michelle? Do you remember? Probably not.
No, it was me coming out of part of the expression, a limousine, and
Okay.
someone, and how do you get a picture like this? Someone snapped this picture, unbeknownst to me. Notice I'm holding it up for many seconds. And look at this. Who knew? It was some function that was obviously a dressy thing
Yeah.
Yeah, I
because
love it.
Gowns. Yeah. Gorgeous.
Another client of ours is Sofia Vergara. Can you guys see that? That was in Vanity Fair.
oh, beautiful and simple.
That's
She's
on
got
Mark's.
some body.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Indeed.
And then here she
Whoa.
is with, then Mark did this literally what, in 48 hours? For a
What
picture.
is
What?
Yeah, she was coming
She was
out on
on
stage at the
stage.
Grammys. That
Yeah.
was a surprise at the end. And she was panic stricken because she just said, oh, I'm in no condition to be on stage and they want me in a corset. And and I joked with her because we did all that beaded fringe. We literally had 18 people hand stringing fringe to get
To
it
get
all.
it done, to get it done in time. Well,
And
see,
like, oh, I don't like fringe. I don't like fringe. But I was like, you dance like a boy. So we have to have something that moves. And
Oh, so you did a wedding dress for someone in like hours at
yeah,
the last minute. Who was that?
but see,
Heather Locklear, wasn't it?
Heather Locklear. And then there's a bunch of people we've been called at the very last second too.
the celebrities know that you get it done and not just to fill the
Yeah.
bill, but you're
Yeah.
going to give it everything you've got and pick the
Yeah.
right people in your room, in your, workroom.
Yeah.
You call it, and that's the
Well,
best.
and it's the one thing that we have always given ultimate respect to what we've been given through Nolan, through the workroom, through working with all you ladies. Like it is such a privilege to do that. It's how we had gotten Julia Roberts because she was doing the Lancome commercials, and wasn't it Lancome?
Yeah, Lancome.
And
That's more recent then. That's more recent, isn't it?
hated all the clothing that was made for her, and they were shooting here in LA, and she ran out on lunch and she drove by our place and she's like, I've heard of them, and because they knew her and they needed amazing clothes and they knew we could do it, we had to do it in one day, so we did 3 white gowns in one day so they could do all the shoots. for Lancome, but it had to be a certain quality and one of a kind, and we did it. And then, and we were moving into our new atelier. We weren't even open yet, and we have the knock on the door, and there's she and her stylist. Can you let us in? And we're like, oh my God, it's Julia Roberts.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Oh yeah.
Well,
Oh my gosh, one day they trust you. That's the thing.
yeah, that's exactly right. And they know you're aware of the business and the real truth about putting it together and doing something that is very important to the client, to the star,
And
the
like
diva.
Donna was mentioning about the workroom, the people in the workroom.
Yeah.
The amazing thing is when we do things like that, or like when we did remade all of Barbara Streisand's clothing. Donna Cara did them for what was she performing for over
That was
New Year's?
Yeah, it was when she had her comeback in 1994 when she was doing her big comeback at MGM, and so Donna Karan, designed
Did all the clothes. Well, Barbara Streisand didn't like them, and so we needed to do them, but we had to do it, and it was right over Christmas, right until New Year's. So we had to have the workroom work, and they had to miss Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, everything with their families, and they did it. They all worked through their holiday without seeing their families.
That's priceless. That's priceless. That's
And I mean, it's respect. They work through their wedding anniversaries, their kids' birthdays. If there's something that needs to get done, their dedication is the work. And but fortunately, for the most part, we've worked with amazing women that always appreciated that and appreciated the hard work that the workroom does, because a lot of times they never get acknowledged.
Yeah, I know. And you're so good to those people, Mark. I mean, you really realize how hard they work and how important they are and how
And
dear
how
to
good
them.
they are.
Yeah.
No,
Not everybody could do that kind of work.
No,
Yeah.
I don't know how they do it, because Mark and I are
It's
a lot of
really
times
lovely.
like, we know how to tell them like we need this done, but then we're like, oh, it takes a lot of labor.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, I want to show you also really quick. Mark is started with Elizabeth Taylor. I don't know, can you guys see that for White Diamonds? And
Oh, it's a little shiny. Turn it a little bit, or maybe we could put it in later.
yeah,
oh
Right
my
there.
goodness.
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
have to tell them how
Oh, that's gorgeous.
What's amazing with Elizabeth is when I started designing for her, she had called the atelier and wanted me to come to the house. And so Nolan said, oh, we have to go up to Elizabeth. And then she said no to Nolan, I don't want you, I want Mark. And so he's like, okay, you have to go by yourself. She doesn't want me. And I got up there and I'm like, what am I going to do? And she was in her bedroom. They go up, she was in bed. And because she was in bed relaxing, and she said, get over here, sit on my bed. And I said, what? Look at this face. And I said, what? And she grabbed my hands and she said, I have a heart-shaped face. You draw this big square jaw. My face is heart-shaped. And I said, okay, and then, okay, that. And she laughed and she said, that's all. And I
Out. Get off my bed. Get off my bed. Adios.
You can stand up now.
But another good Elizabeth Taylor story is a lot of times we would design around her jewelry, which you do that with a lot of other clients too. They've got such significant pieces of jewelry that Elizabeth would want things showcased, and she really liked this type of neckline. And Mark did this dress when she gave Oliver Stone the Oscar.
That's Mark.
Your other first dress.
Is this Mark?
And then, because she had already worn it, and then Joan Collins wanted that and wore that at one of the weddings on Dynasty.
Oh yeah, see?
And
Wow.
She wants everything.
it's weird when you're doing custom clothing and it's all one of a kind, but when somebody else sees it, and especially socially with you guys, whether they're friends or another actress, and they're like, I'd love to wear that dress, then we have to, say, is it okay if that dress is done for, whoever, because some actresses don't like that.
Well, I can understand that.
But you're
When
smart
you
enough.
want the number one, you want the number one and only one. I can understand it totally.
Well, with our private clients, that is why they come to us, a lot of them. Even we're going through major weddings right now for people that we're doing, that we don't always know their social circle, but we have to make sure we try to figure out if 8 women have come to us to order clothes for a wedding that they're all attending, and we're all on the same date. And then we're like, okay, she's wearing lavender, she can't wear lavender.
Yeah.
You know, we have to make
Yeah.
sure everybody's different. And then we'll ask, you know, because they don't always tell us, you know, are you going to this wedding? Why are you asking? They wanted to know. Because if it's a change of color, they want to make sure they get the color they want, and you make her change,
Yeah.
you know, the color.
We've had some of the clients that we had one that she had, you know, been a client for years, and her girlfriends kept asking where she got all these amazing clothes, but she wouldn't tell the source. And then one of her girlfriends ended up finding out, and then she came and she's like, "How did she find you?" Remember?
Oh,
So the
oh.
She
ladies
said,
kind of
"I've been-
keep it as
yeah.
the best kept secret
She
too.
said, I've been asking her for years
Yeah.
where she gets her clothes made. She would not tell them. Or she gave her names, but it wasn't us. It wasn't the people making her clothes. And she, you know, said I had all these people make clothes and they weren't turning out like her clothes.
Oh,
Wild. Wild.
Uh-oh.
Well, guys, believe it or not, we're
no.
out of time here.
No.
I'm sorry.
How much fun was
Please,
that, huh?
stay for a
It's not my
drink.
idea.
And you've got to hit the room again in there and do the rounds to see if if everything's in place. Are you in the studio now or at your
We're at the condo now.
yeah, at the condo?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
But
You have to come on.
Yeah, the other girls have been here. You need to come here and check it out. We got
I need to check it out. And Michelle, I think is near you now, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Moved. Boy,
We can
she can get to, you know, to go to one of the supermarkets there, Ralph's, but and
never-
drop by and get dressed and go in style to
Yeah.
any
We're
place.
gonna pick up martinis. She's gonna come over for martinis, right? Right, Michelle?
Right. And
Yeah.
also we go for Mexican food every now.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Ray. Violet
But
over there loves you. The woman that she runs the whole place, so her father owns it. Yeah.
yeah.
We walked
She
in with
was not,
Michelle,
it was
and we got
not
the
landing,
superstar
not
table.
landing. Oh, the people now, especially, they should know. All of us being seen all the time now, they're coming out of the woodwork, not landing, not landing.
oh yes,
Everyone out there should press subscribe and like, right? For
Yes.
us.
I have to say,
Subscribing is very important because it keeps us going. It's what, you know, the more subscribers we have, the more we get to do this. So please subscribe. And if you like us, like us. We're not
and you can
selling
know
t-shirts.
where to find us because this is the cul-de-sac supposedly. I wish we could find an outfit or a jacket, something like this, glitz, so that when we do the important ones in the future, that we've got something with a little bit of bling and.
Get those shirts, you guys, and we'll custom fit them and we'll make them all like.
I think they should be hot. Yeah,
Hey,
hot.
Seriously.
It'd be
Wear them out,
wonderful.
go to dinner,
Yes,
restaurant.
yes,
I'm
indeed.
still a 42, but it's my waist.
no.
And
We'll give you the Jolie little waist cinch. It's okay.
Those would be nice to have. Those would be nice to have.
well, you are the best, the
Congratulations.
best. We've had the best talk, and
It's been just a joy to have you guys here. It's
Oh,
always
without
a
a
joy to
doubt.
see you.
and it
We love it.
reminds us of
All
all of very good times, very good times.
Yeah.
God love you. God bless you. Stay the
Thank you.
same
Love
as
you.
you are forever.
Yeah, Donna, say it again. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
We love you.
Bye.